Hi everyone, I'm Melanie from Streamlined Legal, where we help attorneys build processes and build their practices and streamline their processes so that they can go ahead and focus on growth and building their firms. And tonight I wanted to reach out to you to talk a little bit more about that pot roast principle that I talked about yesterday. For those of you that missed it, please go back and check out the video and learn more about the pot roast principle. For those of you that did see it, I wanted to talk a little bit tonight about how to combat the pot roast principle and how to prevent that from happening in your firm. And I'll tell you how I typically see it happen or occur is when an attorney starts their own practice and maybe they're small, it's just them, and then they hire one other staff person, and they come up with some basic policies and procedures and processes that are going to help them as they grow and to work together. And they use these for quite some time until they grow large enough to have a second person working with them, a second assistant or a second attorney. And as they continue to grow, most of these processes stay the same, but the practice itself begins to change, and more people start working in the office or working with the attorney, and the processes stay the same. Well, the challenge is, of course, as the firm grows, the attorney or the owner may begin focusing on other things. Maybe they're paying attention to marketing, maybe they're paying attention to sales, and the processes within the law firm, since they've been working up to that point, stay the same. However, they don't always serve this firm as well as you grow. So, for example, there may be some way that you handle intake, and once it gets to a certain point, the volume of intake, the process doesn't work as well for that volume of intake. So one of the things that I would recommend doing is talking to your staff. If you're at the point where you have multiple staff members and multiple attorneys, talking to them and empowering them with the idea that you want their help to find inefficiencies in your firm. And you want them to be able to feel comfortable coming to you and saying, listen, here's the process we've been using, but now this process doesn't work anymore. We've grown, we've gotten to a point where this is no longer serving us, or there's something that we think will serve us better. So that you're not missing those opportunities because of the fact that you're not the one doing the intake, or you're not the one working the processes like you used to be. So you may even want to try and turn this into a challenge. So challenge your staff to say, whoever can find the most inefficiencies in our firm that we can go ahead and create new processes and improve upon, maybe they get a prize. The idea being that you want to make sure the staff understands and the other attorneys in your office understand that this is something you're taking very seriously and you need their help to investigate and to find, because the reality is you as the firm owner may have moved on to other responsibilities and aren't involved in those daily activities that you would either otherwise be able to find easier. So turn it into something fun, make it a challenge for your staff, make it clear to them that you need their help or want their help in finding inefficiencies within your processes so that they can be improved and that you're not stuck eating the same pot roast out of the same pan that's been chopped off on the ends. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Melanie with Streamlined Legal. Have a great evening.